Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a highly requested shoe guide. So today we're going to be talking everything from finding your own personal shoe style to finding the perfect comfortable heels, comfortable shoes, and how you can create harmony and interest with your shoes. As a disclaimer, remember that guidelines and tools like these are more meant for you to actually analyze your outfit. So if something's not really working, or if there's something kind of off with your outfit and you can't really seem to figure out what it is, tools like these might come in handy for you. So I would definitely say don't use guidelines like these as sort of like rules or something you have to follow, because sometimes you can definitely make your wardrobe and the things you have work anyway. But again, you can use these as a tool to analyze why something might not work. So first up, let's talk about how to find your own specific shoe style. Generally speaking, when you're trying to find your shoe style, and actually not just only your shoe style, but your style in general, it's really important that you take some time to think about who you are in the life that you're living and also who you dream to be. So there kind of has to be a realistic balance between these two. Now, that's one of the amazing things about fashion and style, I think, is that you can use it as a tool to enhance your mental well-being, to become who you dream to be, to become more productive, or whatever is important to you. So joining style with functionality is super important. So if you tend to walk a lot at your job or during the day, buying a lot of uncomfortable, super high heels probably doesn't make a lot of sense to you. Even though you really like the look of them, it would just be a complete waste. So it would make a lot of sense to figure out what the perfect heel height for you might be, which we'll get into a little bit later on in this video. And also maybe try to make some small compromises without feeling like you're moving too far away from your shoe style. So most of us tend to like higher heels because they give us a lift, they make us appear taller, and they make our legs look elegant. But there are definitely other shoe shapes that you can opt for other than high heels if these turn out to be completely not practical for your life or your job. A shoe shape like a pointed flat, for example, they still add that elegance and they have this elongating effect on your figure if that's something you really like. So they're kind of still as elegant as a pair of high heels, only they're flat, they're more functional, but they still have that elongating effect on your legs because of the pointed toe that kind of makes the whole thing a bit more fluid. So that was just an example of how you could try to make small compromises where you try to join style with functionality so that you make sure that you fit the shoe style that fits your lifestyle. If you're only starting out to discover your personal style, I definitely recommend you to go back and watch some of my older videos, specifically this one that I'm going to link right here, which is all about how to reveal your current style. I would actually say this could be done in the same way when speaking shoes. So the basics of the method is that you dig out all of the shoes that you tend to wear the most, and then you sort of start pointing out the common denominators within these shoes. So all of the things that these shoes have in common that makes you love them and that makes you love wearing them. It could be certain details, it could be certain colors, materials. So my personal style core is casual, and then I have a few secondary style directions within my wardrobe. And really, of course, I do have casual shoes that fit within my core style. Having casual style as my core style basically just means that this is what takes up the most space within my wardrobe. Even though I do have casual shoes, I tend to go for shoes that are more within my secondary style directions, because that's one of the amazing things when adding shoes to an outfit is you can change the entire vibe of the outfit just by changing up the shoes. So instead of dressing head to toe casual, for example, I could add a pair of contrasting shoes just to make things a bit more exciting to look at, a bit more interesting. And we will get into the art of creating contrast like this later on in the video. So So I wanted to take some time to share some love for a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Audrey Coyne. I'm sure you guys have heard of her before. She makes really great style videos, gives a lot of great hands-on practical tips, and she recently made a video all about how to find your perfect heel height. And the cool thing about this method is that it's actually unique and that it kind of depends on the length of your foot. So the number will be individual for everyone. So this is just to make sure that you buy comfortable heels that you want to wear for a long time, and whether that being a strappy sandal with a heel or a pump or a heeled boot even, I think this method is genius. So I'm gonna link the video for you right here and also down below so you can check that out after watching this video. So the most comfortable heels that I have within my own wardrobe tends to be around 5 to 6 centimeters, and I have never really thought about this method until I saw the video from Audrey. So again, it's very individual what the number might be, and it depends on the length of your foot. If you want to opt for a pair of even lower heels, if you tend to find heels terribly uncomfortable, try opting for a kitten heel. You can find kitten heels that have only a couple of centimeters in height. And then if you want to add even more of an elongating effect to your feet, then try opting for a pair with a pointed toe as well. So that will altogether give a more elongating, more elegant effect without taking away the comfort. So a block heel is something else you could try going for if you tend to find heels slightly uncomfortable, but you really like the look of them. So a block heel with maybe a square toe adds more of a statement look to your outfit, and they look great with something like fitted bottoms, for example. Another thing you might want to take into consideration when buying shoes, and if you really want to make sure that you're investing in something that you can hold on to for a long time, is to go for brands that specialize within shoes. Brands that specializes in the craftsmanship and the whole production that goes into a pair of shoes. So this way you ensure that the shoes that you buy have been developed by skilled designers and craftspeople, just to make sure that they last for as long as possible and to ensure more comfort. So tip number 3 is all about proportions and all about how to create harmony. So shoes make a huge difference for an outfit, as I just mentioned before, especially if you take proportions into consideration when styling your outfits as well. So that could, for example, be styling more sleek and more elegant shoes with more voluminous and more bulky bottoms. If you're styling a very chunky shoe with a more oversized bottom, that will make you look very bottom heavy, and that will make the whole look kind of off balance. So you want to make sure that you're kind of dragging the eye around in the outfit and sort of create a nice balance between something that is voluminous and something that is more sleek. Another thing you might want to take into consideration if you're wearing something and you just don't feel like it's working is to avoid too many horizontal cut lines. So if you're wearing a skirt or a pair of cropped trousers, for example, with a pair of boots or high top trainers, if there's a lot of space between the top of the shoe and then the hemline, that will sort of cut you off in a lot of places down the leg. And in order to create a bit more harmony, you want to make sure that the top of the shoe and the hemline sort of meets, if that makes sense. The same applies to if you're wearing skirts or dresses with knee-high boots. It definitely creates more balance if you make sure that the cut lines sort of meet each other instead of creating a lot of cut lines down the leg. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, you can wear whatever, and in most situations you can make whatever you already have work. This is just some inspiration on creating visual balance if you feel like what you're wearing might not completely be working for you. If you want to create more elegance and length in your outfits, then keeping things a bit more fluid throughout and all the way down to the shoe is definitely something you might want to think about as well. So like I just said before, bulky shoes with a bulky kind of bottom might make you look off balance, whereas a pointed shoe or a shoe with an almond toe adds sleekness and sort of elongates the legs as well. You could also wear a strappy sandal or a shoe where you're showing a bit more skin, again, to balance the whole thing out and to make the bottom part of your outfit look a lot less chunky. So basically all the time what you need to be thinking about when you're building your outfits is to create visual balance. So for the next tip, we're going to speak all about contrast, and this is definitely also something that you can use actively to drag the attention around in the outfit and to create more tension, as I've mentioned before in one of my previous videos. Most of us have a primary style or style core within our wardrobes, and then we have a couple of secondary style directions on top of that. So one of the easiest ways to create more contrast within our outfits is definitely to include different style directions. You can also create contrast by mixing different sorts of materials, so mixing something delicate with something a bit more chunky or textured, for example. You can mix different sorts of colors, color blocking if you like that sort of thing. So there are many different ways that you can create this kind of tension within your outfit. So shoes along with the right accessories is one of the most amazing ways to change the entire vibe, the entire language of a specific outfit that you might be wearing. So you can easily see what happens when you change the shoes and the accessories in different outfits. You can easily take a daytime outfit to nighttime, for example, just by changing up the shoes and the accessories, maybe adding a red lip or something like that. So it all kind of depends on what message you'd like to put out there through what you're wearing. A really casual outfit can be worn with sneakers and a shopper bag for a super laid back weekend look, and then the same outfit can be made more evening or special occasion appropriate just by adding a pair of dressy shoes, amping up your makeup, and then grabbing a nighttime purse or something, and then you're good to go. So for the last tip, I wanted to talk about creating harmony with colors, especially by choosing the right shoe color. So these tips all apply for neutral outfits, but they also apply for colorful outfits. I'm sure some of you might have heard about the 3-color rule. It's definitely something that I've talked a lot about on my Instagram lately. And again, I don't use this as a rule, I just use it as a guideline and something to help me analyze my outfits if I feel like something is a bit off. So basically what this means is that you don't include more than 3 colors in your outfits, and that will sort of almost instantly, I would say, create more balance. Now that we're speaking all things shoes, I would definitely make sure to match the color of my shoes with something else in my outfit, just to add coherence and just again to drag the attention around in the outfit. So you could match the color of your shoes with your top, for example. That would create a nice balanced look, but you can definitely also use the shoes as just a pop of color. So I don't have a lot of color within my wardrobe, but I would totally wear an all black outfit and then put on my metallic heels, for example, just to give the outfit something else and let the shoes do the talking. So I often break the 3-color rules myself, and like I just said, I use this more as a tool to analyze my outfits if I feel like it's just a bit too all over the place. But definitely a way that you can create more harmony is to match your shoe color with something that you're wearing up here, or maybe a bag or something like that. Again, just to create nice coherence and balance and to drag the attention around in the outfit. So before leaving you to it, I thought we should just finish up with a recap of this video. So first up was all about finding your shoe style and how you can combine style with functionality. The next tip was all about finding your perfect heel height to ensure comfort and to make sure that you invest in shoes that you want to actually wear. The third tip was all about creating harmony with proportions and how you can ensure that your outfits don't end up feeling frumpy. Tip number 4 was all about using contrast to make your outfits stand out a bit more, make them a bit more interesting, and also how you can change the entire vibe of an outfit just by changing up the shoes. The last tip was all about creating harmony by matching the shoe color with something else in your outfit, or even let the shoes do the talking and add a pop of color or some texture to your outfit through your shoes. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so much for spending a bit of your day with me here today. Take care, and I will see you all very soon for another video. Bye, guys.